Hello, everybody. Hey, how are you doing? Good. Okay. Now let's start, as usual, our seminar. This title, Deepening Your Faith. Fundamental reflections for cultivating the mind of an angel. Today, you can expect to be angel, living angel. Okay, so let's start. Then to start with, we will read two words spoken by Buddha, as usual. The true words spoken by Buddha. You hope, O Kama. There used to be the light in the great universe. The light is the energy of Buddha. People can live by this energy. And the Buddha's energy has made human history. It will be supplied eternally. This eternal light comes from heaven and prevails on earth. This is the light of heaven. Through the prism of Buddha, there appear the seven colors of rainbow, arching over in the sky. Here you can see Buddha's mercy. Yellow is the color of teaching. White is the color of saving. Red is the color of justice. Purple is the color of obedience. Blue is the color of thinking. Green is the color of harmony. Silver is the color of progress. These seven colors help each other, and there appears Buddhaland. Buddhaland is shining brightly because of gathering of bodhisattvas. This is the land of love or the land of mercy. This is the land of wisdom or the land of teaching. Especially, this is the land of soul resting in peace. Here those are the children of Buddha. The children of Buddha became real human beings. Real human beings have spirituality. The spirits are immortal powers. The spirits are immortal forces. The spirits are real entities. The physical bodies are the shadows of the spirit. It means you are the boat sailing down the great river. The great river is a symbol of the course of life. Each of you sails down as a small boat. So you need a boatman. If you cannot hold your own boatman, you surely go aground. This boatman merely needs your mind. If your mind makes a mistake, the boat breaks into pieces by a large rock. And you also need a bamboo pole. This pole is the meaning of the true words. When you go down a rapid stream, you need to pump in the stream. Then you can change your course. The true words means the teaching of Buddha. Buddha enlightened and spoke the true words, and the Buddha's teaching became a gold mine. This gold mine suggests various teachings. These are another expression of Buddha's truth. It brightens up your way. Or to put it another way, the fruits of Buddha's mercy. All of you now here listen to me. Never lose your way, now and forever. The guiding hand has already waved. Please follow this white hand and go straightly on and on. Your lives are not limited to this world only. They have three aspects: the past, the present, the future. Your past have already gone by, yet still your mistakes will be kept in your mind. That is the reason why you should understand other people, and you yourself should reflect on what you have done. You and others are not different. On the contrary, both are children of Buddha, and brothers and sisters. Now then, love each other. Let us bring up each other, and it's time to forgive each other. This is eternal law, which penetrates the present and the future. Yes, indeed, the lantern guides life. The dark night of this world is hell. This is also the same in another world. Since we came down to this world, the sun of the truth is scheduled to rise. Now we are watching rising sun. This will shed light to the future, to invite sad people to Buddha life. Now here I command. There shall not be conflict in this world. There shall not be distrust in this world. There shall not be crime in this world. There shall not be evil spirit in this world. There shall not be the devil in the next world. Only the ideal one. Utopia shall be real one. All of the people love each other, live harmoniously, believe in one another. That world is utopia. All of us could be the light of bodhisattvas. Believing that the light has reality. Believing that the love has reality. Believing that the truth has reality. These are the facts that should be conveyed. We, the light of bodhisattvas, get together, work together, to keep right mind, and live in tune with Buddha's words. Here we vow to do so. Thank you very much. Yeah, this is a great seminar, today's one. The deepening your faith. That is conducted in the Japanese uh, Shoja or Shoshinkan, the Japanese temples in Japan. And then today, because this is Shoja, that's why, especially for London people, this was opened. Mm. So that's why, please dedicate your love and gratitude in your mind. And also, today's guiding spirit is Shakyamuni Buddha. Okay, through his guidance, you can contemplate on it. Okay, so or you can deepen your faith. And then today, we'd like to conclude what is the faith for you. Okay, many people misunderstanding at this point. That's why please correct it from the worldly view to the real meaning of faith. So I think today is the memorable day for you. And also, I cannot conduct it at the once because it's very long koan. This koan seminar consists of like 5 koans. Today, I will show you number 1 and number 2, only two of them. And then next time, maybe next week, we will conduct the remaining ones. I mean, number 3, number 4, and number 5. And so that you can deepen your faith before ending this year, 2012. And next year, as I promised you, we will practice more deeper ones, such as Eightfold Path or something like that. And then polish your soul, refine your mind. Okay, and then before starting, slightly different with next last time. Okay, if you need a pen, here is pens. So again, please read it through. I will give you the few minutes to read it. Okay, please read it through. What is koan? How to work with koans? And for the people who join through the YouTube, I will read it for you. Okay, so that is a basic guide, the basic guide to koan meditation seminar. Because some of you not familiar with the koan. Koan, what is a koan? Then a koan is traditionally a problem or the question and answer format used in Zen Buddhism. This is used as a form of training towards the achievement of enlightenment. It was originated from Tang Dynasty of China. The Buddhist training method was to give a certain theme or a subject matter, and then to contemplate upon it. It was a way for the Buddhist masters to educate and develop their disciples. At Kofuno here, the Happy Science, the Institute for Research in Human Happiness, its old name, Master Okawa created koans for his disciples and established the spiritual training method of using these koans. Some of koans can be in the form of question, while some are in the form of phrase that seems like an answer to a question. The way to approach koan is to use it as a theme for your contemplation. Yes. For example, Master Ryu Okawa gives us many thousands of koans. Then one of them, for example, if he asks you, what is giving love? You need to contemplate. Then answer it. So you can deepen your knowledge and wisdom. Of course, you know already, giving love is very important. But what is the real meaning of giving love? I don't think you think of that. That's why this is great opportunity to think more deeply, profoundly, Master's teachings. Then, how to work with koans? Former preparation. Then you can read it. This is the before starting. Okay. Then the key to contemplation on the koan. First, relax. Okay. Because heavenly world is like a very kind, tender vibration that has. That's why if you have like a tension in your mind, it's not much to with uh, like uh, heavenly world. Yeah. Okay, so heavenly world is people in heavenly world always relax and smile. So thank you, you guys. And then the second, on the other hand, you can relax and like a meditation, but take koan seriously and have gratitude toward the guardian guiding spirits who will be helping you through the seminar. Yes, they will come when you meditate on or contemplate on. Okay, so but number three, think freely without restricting yourself. Reflect upon your past using the koan as your theme. And then think what the true meaning of the koan might be. What effort can you make to be able to accomplish the intention of the koan? Yes. Every koan has the intention of Buddha, intention of Vedanta. What do you need to improve about yourself to progress one step? Just not try to keep it as it is, as you are. Just please use the koan to go one step forward. And means make some kind of resolution. And the four, write everything down in your notes, what comes to mind. Yes. Otherwise, you will forget everything. That's why this is very important to write down, memorize. Whatever that comes to your mind, jot everything down in your notes. You may find words of wisdom and enlightenment that is light for you through inspiration. Yes. Because guardian spirits try to give you something great. Then you can write down. So that becomes the words of wisdom for you, for your development. And then five, try to be specific with your questions when asking the guardian guiding spirits about the core. Your questions in your mind about the koan can be specific in the area of your personal worries or challenges you are dealing with currently in your life. There are many things in your life, right? And then through the koan, you can solve those problems. That's why it is very important. So have some kind of question. Ask your guardian guiding spirit. They will give you answers through the koan. And then number six, that is the last one. Even if you could not receive any special inspiration from the guardian guiding spirits, what has come up to your mind that you think is your own idea or thought might contain inspiration from the guardian guiding spirits. Yes, this is a possibility. You don't think that is inspiration, but sometimes that contains the inspiration. And also, it is very important to learn new ways of thinking and acquire wisdom through thinking deeply upon the topic of core with the knowledge you already have. Yes, that's why that is a way to get wisdom. Then you can develop yourself. Real development doesn't mean that get money or a title. Okay, as a result, you can get money title. But those are the results. Real development means you can get new way of thinking or wisdom in yourself that will create more valuable, something valuable, create more something valuable. So that's why you need to think of those points. So, and then some extra hints. Breathing deeply. Okay, not from your chest and neck. Okay, from your belly. From during the koan contemplation, during the koan contemplation, you need to use the like not just not neck. From your belly, you need to breathe in and breathe out. Deep breathing. I mean, and also posture. That's just relax, but make sure if you make your back straight, that will become antenna to heavenly world. Okay. And on the method of contemplation on koan, at this stage, you will be able to deepen your thoughts and contemplation on the koan given to you by practicing the method that I will introduce to you in the following 3 points. Change your perspective. What happens if you think from my own perspective? What happens if I think from the perspective of my guardian spirit? And what conclusion will I come to if I think from Buddha's or God's perspective? There are 3 points. From my perspective, from the perspective of my guardian guiding spirit. If it's difficult, guardian guiding spirit, you may wondering who people or person who you respect very much. Okay, from that person, perspective of that person. If he or if she in your shoes, your position, what he will do, what she will do. That is another perspective. And also perspective of God or Buddha. Because Master Okawa has taught us many things, you can refer those things. And then lastly, what is the koan telling me? What do I need to do in my life that is teaching me from the koan? From now on, what should I change about myself? And what should I do to make this change? Okay, those are the reference. So please try. Okay, and then you can get a great inspiration. Okay, please think. Suppose this room is not like material world already, because this is the heaven. Highest part of this building is not real world already, material world. This is the heaven already. You are invited today. Today is a cold and in the morning get rain, but even though you came here and now sitting in front of the Gohonzon, I mean altar here in our room. There, as I told you, today's guardian spirit is Shakyamuni Buddha. So you can relax and make dialogue with heavenly world. There are many lot of angels now here in this room. That is not metaphor from me. This is a reality. This is the truth. They already came to this room to guide you, guard you. Okay, you can relax because this room, Shoja, guarded by many angels. No evil, no evil spirit can interfere you. So don't worry about that. So enjoy the core and the inspiration from Master Yuho Okawa. That is what I'd like to tell you today. Me, start. Yes. So, deepening your faith. Fundamental reflections for cultivating the mind of God. And to start with, I will show you one of his teachings that is titled uh, Introduction to the World Religion. World Religion. So, please listen to his lecture first so that you can understand what is the intention of this whole thing.
Modern accuracy. If you just consider the probability, it is quite improbable that my teachings are true. I fully understand how difficult it is to believe that someone living in the modern age had, in the past, guided many world religions such as Buddhism, Christianity, and Islam, which now have billions and tens of billions of believers worldwide. However, I will say this to you again and again. Fact is fact, and truth is truth. Not only did I, as the spiritual existence called Alcantara, guide Christianity, Buddhism, and Islam from the spirit world, it was I who sent to earth the spirits who founded those religions. So the very existence that sent people to establish world religions has descended to the country of Japan to fulfill his final responsibility. This is the last judgment, the final judgment for the people of Japan and the people of the world. You are being asked whether or not you will accept and believe in these teachings. I have taken many actions in these 30 years, and I still have a little more time left in my life. In this remaining time, these teachings can either edify the human race or be obliterated by unbelievers. This fight is now about to begin on a global scale. The result will be one or the other. However, the words I teach you today are not meant for only the ears of people listening today and people living in this century. All of you will, at some point, leave this world when you die. However, humankind will continue to live in some shape or form in the various regions of the world. I am expounding these teachings for the humankind of the future. I must leave behind these teachings for the people of the future. Buddhism, Christianity, and Islam cannot provide sufficient guidance for people to live out beyond the 21st century and into the 30th and 40th century. New teachings must be expounded to act as a guide for the future of humankind. The future shall be built upon my words. The future civilization shall be built upon my words. Even if all is lost, as long as my words remain, humankind shall still have hope. In the great myth of Pandora's box, all evil broke loose when Pandora's box was opened. It is said that only hope remained in the box. This hope is my words. The future of humanity will surely be built upon my words. So while I am trying to prove the existence of the other world, I am also trying to warn people that we are now entering an age when we will be interacting with our spaceship. Spreading this truth is something that takes great courage, but we must overcome any fear. In order to leave a heritage for the future humankind to survive and thrive, I must keep teaching you these truths. So what I want to say to you today is that guiding people to the right state is included in my teaching of love. And although Japanese people may find it difficult to accept these teachings, please know that loving your God is the same as becoming one with God. Please know that loving God is also the same as loving yourself. I wish to tell you that we are not just small life forms living on a small planet floating in this vast universe. The universe is filled with people who have faith in God. These faith people will appear before you and seek to interact with you. The time is coming. I am giving you these teachings to prepare you for that time. There will be people who mock me. However, before you do, I wish for you to open your mind and accept these teachings with a pure and innocent heart. You probably have never learned these things before. You just don't know about these things. Do not judge things that you know nothing about. Please do not judge whether this is true or not. Please accept the unknown. Please believe that the future is found within the unknown. This is what I wanted to teach you in this lecture. An introduction to worldwide teachings of Alcantara, the paradigm shift to a new age and new hope for future beings. In short, I am teaching you to fundamentally change your perspective as as a human living on Earth. From today on, please awaken as a future being, a new human being, and stand up for the future humankind. Let us work all together now. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Yes. Thank you. So maybe um, you misunderstood some point of the faith. You may think that if I can give something like gratitude or something to the God, and then God will return something to me. That is a faith like that. But that doesn't mean. Okay. Faith means, as he said, if you love, if you love Lord Elkanah, fundamental God, you realize that the fact you are with Him always, and you are part of God, part of Buddha. You realize that. At the moment, you can say, I have faith. I have faith. He said, loving God, loving Elkantai means be one with Elkantai, be one with God. And also, if you can say, I love God, at that time, you can realize nothing is impossible. That is a faith. So, you are not weak. You are very strong because you are part of God. You realize that. That is a faith. Then, if you believe in that, or if everyone in this world realize that fact, you are a lovable person and you are strong and you are not weak, you are not sinner, then you can get into the next stage. That is the space age. Yes, go into the next step. I mean, space age. You need to have faith. That is the condition of the next era. In this meaning, we human beings are stood up already at a turning point. That is, maybe, I don't want to threaten you, but we humankind, if you believe I am an animal, just an animal, the bodily sense is this face, this eyes, this fingers, and this hands, and this legs, these are myself, like that. Maybe humankind become like animalistic beings. But if you recognize I am a part of God, human beings become more spiritual and then go into the next stage. So whichever you can choose. But we don't want everyone to be an animalistic being. That's why we started this activity. So that is the starting point. Okay. And then how you can make yourself awaken to the truth. This is the point of today's koan seminar. So I will show you the master's lecture regarding koan number one. Then after that, again, I will show you koan number one. Then contemplatory. Okay. So you understand? One. No, no, one, just one. And then first I will show you the master lecture regarding koan number one. Then after that I will open the koan number one and then contemporary. All right. So before starting the koan seminar, we will dedicate our love and gratitude to the Lord, especially today. And Shakyamuni Buddha, he himself come here and teach us the real meaning of faith. So please, let's dedicate our gratitude. Our Lord and Kantan, thank you very much for giving us great opportunity to practice koan, that is, to deepen your faith. So we will become a major force to spread the Buddha's teaching to the end of the world and make everyone happier and happier through learnings of today's course. We will dedicate our love and gratitude to the Lord. One. Thank you very much. Okay, then please listen to that. Another lecture given by Master Ihoka regarding koan number one.
I want people to have a correct perspective of life. I want people to base their life on this correct perspective. This will enable you to lead a life that you will not regret. I am telling you that when you die, there's a world after death, and that the true essence of yourself is not your physical body, but the spiritual aspect of you. Your true self is your soul, or what is called the mind or heart. I'm asking you to think about your life right now based upon this fact. Should you do this, then you will not head in the wrong direction. From this true perspective of life, look back upon your past and the decades that you have already lived. If you think that you have led a wrong life, then it is time you reflect and enter the right path. This is your chance. Wake up to the truth and live out your life according to the truth before it's too late. In the introduction video earlier, you saw a story of how a child's disease was cured. Countless numbers of these phenomena are occurring all over the world and will continue to occur. When you awaken to the true world, when you awaken to the fact that this world is only a temporal world and that your physical body is not the real you, when you realize that your mind, the heart that resides within you, is the main character of your life, then miracles will happen. If you have lived your life thinking that your false self was your true self, when you discover who you really are and change your life, then your environment and your surroundings will start to change. You are suffering because you thought your body was your true self. Throw away the false perspective of yourself and grasp the real you. You cannot grasp the real you without knowing Buddha's truth.
Very much. Then finally show you first call given by Masari Hoka. Grasp clear that your real self is your mind. Actually, this is given by Masari Hoka himself. Grasp clearly that your real self is your mind. And then hints for contemplation. Do you misunderstand that your real self is your body or body self? Your hand, your skin color, your facial expression, or your feet and legs, or reaction for your body, body sensitivity, like joy, anger, sadness, like comfortableness or uncomfortableness. Those reactions are not yourself. Beyond yourself is your mind. And also, gaze inside yourself and feel the existence of your mind. You maybe some of you have never had such time to gaze inside yourself for a long time. Maybe a second you can see, but I ask you to gaze at yourself 15 or 20 minutes a day. That is at least. Then gaze inside yourself and feel the existence of your mind. Have you ever felt that the existence of your mind always react to the stimulation from outside, right? Whatever you see, whatever you feel, whatever you listen, you react, you react. That's it. But have you ever thought deeply, profoundly, whatever happened around you? And start. Do you understand the original? Sorry. Do you understand the original brightness that your mind has? Yes. If you get at your mind, originally, your mind has brightness. If you find it, you can say, I always get at my mind. Otherwise, you cannot say, I have deflected myself. If you never find the brightness in your mind, that means you've never reflected at all, just reacted to the phenomena around you. So I will give you just 10 minutes to contemplate on it, to check your mind or check whether you have ever uh, gazed at, gazed at your mind. And this is a great opportunity to look into inside of your mind. Okay, now let's start. If you have some questions, ask your guardian angels, you know, so that they will give you. And sometimes you disturbed by something, then be prayer to guardian angels, you know. Is in the contemplation. I don't think it's enough for you, but 10 minutes contemplation. Maybe some of you have never experienced that. And then it's good idea if you have time once a day, such kind of very quiet time, and reading the massage books and they contemplate on what he said in his Kyoten book. So, uh, humankind forget this simple fact. Your real self is your mind. Maybe most of humankind nowadays thinks my physical reaction toward outside is myself. Like that. It's not you. That is a kind of instinct also granted by God, but it's not you. Then, what should I do to grasp your real self? That's why meditation, contemplation, self reflection, and prayer, those things given by God. When you meditate on, I mean, shut out information outside and then become alone and pray and try to dedicate your love and also with gratitude. If you contemplate on the words from Masaru Hokawa, clearly you can grasp your real self is your mind. What you have been thinking, what you are thinking now, what you will be thinking. Who can control your mind? Who can control what you think next? I don't think many people can think of that. It is a condition to be real humankind, not animal. Next era, the age of spirituality will open from this point on. Okay, then let's go next. So first we will listen to the master lecture, then start contemplation. Koan number two. And this lecture will be 20 minutes later. So listen carefully. This message.
Hell, however, is a merciless and excruciating place. It is dark. It is never a bright or fun place. So to escape the pain and suffering, even for a little while, spirits from hell come out into this world, possess living people who have anger, hatred, and jealousy in their minds, like yourself. They possess people who have similar tendencies as they do, and while they are possessing them, they can experience the same sensations of a living person. For that purpose, they come out into the world and possess living people, consequently ruining their lives. All of you probably have felt some form of delight at someone else's misfortune, even if that was only just light. No one can ever say that they have never smiled inwardly or felt relief at seeing someone fail or fall into misfortune. These are the very moments that attract evil spirits to you. They become the connection. This feeling of delighting in other people's failures or misfortunes becomes the anchor onto which evil spirits can hook their rope ladder and climb out of hell. When evil spirits possess you, they might cause you to develop various illnesses. They might make your relationships fall apart, drag your job or business into disaster, or make you believe in a fraud and leave your life for its ruin. Evil spirits will also enter your family and create discord within the home. As I said in the beginning, the start of this is the jealousy you feel towards others. It is the heart that finds pleasure at seeing others' misfortunes or feels that it has somehow reduced your state of misery. These pathetic thoughts are what are inviting evil spirits to you. So in fact, it's not very difficult to cut off and get rid of the rope ladder that has been hooked onto you. All that you need to do is to have compassion and feel sympathy for those who have failed, have the desire to help them, and share in their joy and delight when you see someone else succeed or find happiness. When you have compassion and are happy for others, and evil spirits from hell will not be able to possess you. When you are possessed, your body will feel heavy and you will always feel under the weather. Should you be constantly possessed by evil spirits, this state of depression will continue, and everything in life will look dark and gray. You will think your future is dark. You will believe nothing good could come your way. Both good and bad happen in any person's life, but you will react violently to negative things and respond less and less to positive things. Somehow, you must break out of this vicious cycle. Do not attune your heart to the devil and hell, but direct it towards God. Always attune your heart to God. Always direct your heart to the work of angels. Even in Brazil, where many people still have faith, the number of people who have actually seen God or angels is few. However, angels are working night and day. They are working to help many, many people. They are helping people who are struggling under the possession of evil spirits and trying to teach them to have a heart filled with goodness so they can separate themselves from them. They are trying to guide them towards having right faith. They are trying very hard to get them to befriend someone who can guide them away from evil. Angels are working every day without rest, but you probably cannot see these because you cannot see them. They do not receive your thanks for the work they do every day in order to try to save you. Because their work is invisible to your eyes, the goodwill that envelops you has passed by unnoticed. Their efforts to save you are rarely recognized. Occasionally, you might see an angel in your dream, or perhaps hear a voice that might be an angel. Moments like this can come to you when you undergo religious discipline. But 99% of the time, the work of angels go unnoticed and unappreciated. So please, have gratitude to God and His angels through the word of faith. Hell exists, and the devil continues to wage his war on God. But the devil's domain only extends to this world. People tend to think of heaven and hell, God and the devil, as being a dichotomy. They see them as being equal, opposing forces. But as I've written in my books like The Laws of the Sun, The Laws of Eternity, in the real world, it is not so. In the other world, heaven is overwhelmingly a bigger realm. Heaven is a much bigger world than hell, for hell is only related to this physical world. If I compare it to a river, hell is the mouth of a river where fresh water mixes with seawater. Whereas heaven is the upper reaches of the river. There is an overwhelming difference in power and force between them. There is no devil who can defy God. We strongly believe this and know this first. God and the devil are not equal. Heaven and hell are not equal worlds. Hell is only a small part of the spirit world that is connected with the evil in this world. Please do not forget this. No devil can ever defeat God, because God is light. God is an overwhelming abundance of light. Darkness can never conquer light. Darkness only exists in places where light does not shine. Darkness itself is not a real existence, because when light shines, darkness disappears. You are mistaken if you believe that darkness is a real existence. Your eyes are being deceived. For darkness are only places where the light does not shine. So if something is obstructing the light, then you only have to remove the obstruction. The discipline of removing the obstruction is called faith. It is religious discipline. It is religious effort. No evil can subdue the light of God. There is no evil in this world that can defeat light. Take the light of the sun, for example. It is incredibly powerful. Nothing can overpower it. Yet the sunlight can easily be shielded off, creating a shadow beneath it. You can create a shadow just by holding out your hand. A thin piece of paper could also shade the sun. But you must remember that the shadow is never a match against the sun. Having this knowledge will give you courage at this stage of faith. I urge you to know that no devil can ever challenge God and win against him. God wishes countless angels to work every day without rest to save 6 to 7 billion people living on this earth. Angels are working day and night without rest. It is only in this world where the day is divided into night and day. There is no night in heaven. Spirits in heaven do not sleep. They continue to work 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. Countless angels work as servants of God, making efforts every day to decrease unhappiness in this world. They are trying to soothe those who are suffering and sorrow. They are also giving tough guidance to those who bring unhappiness and drive them into darkness. Love is not just about being kind all the time. A soft form of love like kindness is love in its basic form. However, to correct those who are wrong is also love. Justice is also a form of love. When God's love is manifested on earth, it can take the form of justice. Selecting a competent leader is also very important. A competent leader will at times guide you with strong words. This is to help you leave the path of evil, leave the path of sorrow, and enter the path of good and the path of happiness. So the love of the leader which contains discernment and wisdom to guide you is also a part of love. I want you to know this. In the beginning, I said that the opposite of love is not hatred, but jealousy. I said that jealousy was the reason why Lucifer, who had been one of 7 archangels, had fallen to hell. Jealousy, therefore, was the reason why hell expanded. Jealousy can also contain what can clearly be called hatred and loathing. Hatred and loathing can then visibly manifest as destructive acts of evil against others. But I would like to say this to you. Just as Jesus said, when his disciple asked him, Lord, how many times should I forgive? Up to 7 times? Not 7 times, but up to 70 times 7. That is what Jesus said. He said to forgive 490 times. You may have people you love. You may have people you hate. But have you ever forgiven them 490 times? No, I do not think so. I will tell you that you must do much more than that. Give love when you are met with hatred. Sweep away hatred with the great river of love. Push back the little streams of hatred, anger, and jealousy with overwhelming goodwill and overwhelming love. This is a condition for this country to create a future filled with hope. True love brings hope. True hope brings glory. True glory will bring you hell, however, is a merciful and excruciating place. It is dark. It is never.
Pure glory? Yeah, pure glory. I'm reading it for you, sorry.
Yeah. I think it
From
is.
this book.
Okay. What's the page?
Page number. Uh, yes. Page number 52. True love brings hope. True hope brings glory. True glory brings you true freedom. True freedom fully teaches you what is truth. Become children of truth. Become children of hope. Become children of prosperity. Become children of God. God good. And above all else, become children of God. This is my strong and honest hope. What is the task that you must seek as children of God? Become one of those angels who never hesitate in their daily efforts to help cleanse this world and turn it into a utopia. I have traveled thousands of miles to give lectures around the world. I keep giving talks because I want you all to become angels. I want you to do the same work that angels are doing here on earth. The work you do here on earth will have 10 times more worth than if it was done in the spirit world. You cannot see heaven. You cannot see God. You cannot see hell. But those of you who keep walking on the path to God, on the invisible world of heaven, with only faith as you die, are the very people who will become angels. I will pray with all my heart that you will continue to refine your wisdom and make diligent efforts every day this, towards this goal. That is the message. Okay? Yes. Uh, this one is the training ground to make everyone angels. Who recognize I am a spirit. So, but this era, currently, the other people who thinks I am an animal increase the day by day. That's why we need to stop it. That people who can stop those currents is the angel. So that's why he gave this core, oh, not core number three, sorry. Core number two. Know that your state of mind in your current life will determine the world you will go back to after death. This is the core Master Okawa given us. Again, know that your state of mind in your current life will determine the world you will go back to after death. First, you have to grasp you are spirit, you are your mind. Then, next step, you need to check your vibration. Yes, in the heaven, in another world, you will become what you are thinking now, or what you have been thinking. So, that's why it is very important to check your state of mind. What kind of vibration you emit now? Like happy or unhappy? And also, what kind of emotion you have now? That is love or anger, hatred, anxiety, fear. You need to define that. If you realize that the vibration you emit is very negative, you need changing. How? That is a self-reflection. So hint to contemplation. If your life ended right now, where would you go? And reflect on yourself, or reflect on your state of mind in your current life. And to go back to the angel's realm, what state of mind are you required to have? Okay, I will show you the one video clip, the structure of the real world. If you already joined the spiritual development course, you have seen it, but please check it. Okay.
The structure of the world we live in is multidimensional. The physical world, which we call this world, is the third dimension. The third one came from the fourth dimension. The post-humanist realm, where life is still similar to this world. So-called hell is a part of this fourth dimensional realm. Spiritually more awakened spirits who leave their physical attention move up to the fifth dimension, the realm of the good. The sixth dimension, the realm of light, is the world of distinguished leaders. The seventh dimension, the Bodhisattva realm or angelic realm, is the world of angels and bodhisattvas. The eighth dimension, the Tathagata realm or great angel realm, is the world of great guiding spirits of light. Above that is the ninth dimension, the cosmic realm, which is the world of Satan. Which realm you return to after that is determined by your state of mind. According to the law of the same wavelength attraction, people will share a similar state of mind for the realm. Heaven and hell exist in your mind. People who live with a good heart return to heaven, and those who live with a negative heart back to hell.
Okay, thank you. So from now, please check your state of mind. Okay, what kind of vibration you emit now? That is very important because after this you become the vibration itself. That is the reality. And this body sense is not yourself. And you throw away this body senses, you become vibration itself. At that time, what kind of vibration? That is the same as a radio wave. If you try to listen to the specific program, you have to adjust your channel, right? Then that is the same. So please check and try to adjust it. Okay. So I will give you also around 10 minutes. Then yes. very much. Please do the contemplation. Thank you. Thank you very much. This is the first and second step to be angel. Okay, first you need to grasp your real self is your mind, what you have been thinking. And the second, you need to know what kind of vibration you emit now, like what kind of way of thinking you have, or what kind of emotion you have now. If you grasp, now you are under the influence of being angel. So then, what is the next? 20th December, I will show you. Okay. Yeah, 2 weeks later. Okay? All right. Thank you. And thank you. So that you can study for a while, more and more. So thank you very much for joining us today. And after 3 or 5 minutes, we will start discussion. Discussion of today's one. This is just beginning to be an angel. And then next week, I mean 20th of December, we will do remaining 3 cohorts to be angels. You understand now? This is the entrance to be angels. Because you can see someone who grasps like I am the mind, I am the spirit, I am whatever I think, like that. Or who can recognize what kind of vibration now I emit. No one, right? So this is you are the person who are invited to be angels. So thank you very much. Just dedicate a grudge to the Lord. Thank you. Then start discussion in 3 minutes. Okay. Thank you. If you want, please join discussion through the Zoom meeting. Thank you. Bye.